Welcome to episode number 5 of his Texas Rangers March to October series. And today, I'm playing my Texas Rangers March to October series. Last episode was July 28th, so it's been August, September, about 2.5 months since the last episode, over 2 months. So, yeah, it's July 23rd, 2020. We have Andrew McCutchen. I traded for him. He hasn't played a game with us yet, because if you know the lineups, he's not even one of our lineups. But his stats are still with Philly. Obviously, it was with Pittsburgh from 2009 to 2017, and then I got traded in 2018, and then the Phillies 2019, and then this 2020, which 98 games, 15 home runs, 48 RBIs, he's batting .302. Obviously, we have Trey Mancini. Sorry, the camera is. Remember, if the TV on the screen moves, the TV on the camera moves. Or if the screen on the TV moves, the screen on the camera moves. Trey Mancini's batting .282, 32 home runs, 76 RBIs. Last year, well, 35 home runs. He's on probably break last year's record. And if you look, in 5 games he had in 2016 when that was the last time the Orioles made the playoffs. He had 3 home runs, 5 RBIs in 5 games and batted .357. He was 5 for 14. So 5 hits. It was 3 home runs, 1 double, and 1 single. Because it said he had 3 home runs and then 1 double. So 5 hits, 3 home runs, 1 double, and 2 singles. Still have team control until 2022. Arbitration for 2021 and 2022. And remember, he's a right fielder, but he also knows left field, center field, and first base. Just an issue to have Ron Guzman day off. In that picture, he's at Target Field. I know that's Target Field. And then we have 2 on the bench. He's a 64. He is declining. He's played 46 games for us this year, 10 home runs. But he's just declining because, I mean, he's old. I mean, he's 37 years old. He's been on the Rangers since, well, 2014. And they went to the World Series. And then he was on the Reds for a year. And the Indians for 2007 to 2012, Reds for 2013, and 2014 at present, he's been on the Rangers, and before that, from 2007 to 2000, well, I already said that, and then from 2005 he was on the Mariners, 2006, I think he was on the Mariners, and then went over to the Indians. I never knew he was on the Indians. He has 223 career home runs, 795 RBIs, so he needs 5 more RBIs for 800 career RBIs. We're paying him $18 million, so I doubt I'm not gonna re-sign him because, one, we have McCutchen, which I'm not sure how much he's getting paid. Well, he's getting paid $15.4 this year, $17.9 next year. I'm not sure if I'll keep him. I might, because if you look, he's 33, so he's 4 years younger than Shu. And we have other guys. We have Willie Calhoun's our DH, but he's a left fielder. We have Joey Gallo. We have Trey Mancini, Matt Duffy. Well, Matt Duffy's not an outfielder, but... And then Ron Guzman, well, he only did by first. But we have other people. I mean, we have, if I don't... And then, I think, Nit Solak, yeah, he can play the outfield, too. So, technically, on this roster, we have 6 outfielders. We have Gallo, Mancini, Santana, Calhoun, Chu, Solak is a center baseman, but he also can play the outfield, and Andrew McCutchen. So if we just get rid of Chu, we would still have everyone else. And we're probably going to get rid of Chu, because one, he's 37 and he's 64 overall. The little difference for McCutchen is that he is 33 years old, and he's an 86 overall. Obviously, Shu didn't paid a lot. He's getting overpaid. He's doing pretty well this year. If you look, there are 46 games. He does have 10 home runs. He's batting 300, but that's only 190 at bats, and he's rarely playing. Because if you look, he's not in our starting lineup. On our bench, it's Chu, Frazier, Mathis to 56. Finding a better. I'd rather have it. There's better pitchers out there. 23 games, 1 home run, 11 RBIs, batting .289. But last year in 2019, played 86 games, 2 home runs, 12 RBIs, batted at .158. His career average is .198. So, not that good. So apparently we're gonna play with here's our pitching rotation. Obviously, Kluber, Lynn, Minor, Gibson. Kluber's 14-2. Lansland's 14-0. Minor's 12-5. Gibson 11-4. That's still pretty good. And the only person that's really shut on is Jordan Lyons because he has a snowflake. But everyone else in the starting rotation has a fireball. He's 7-7 with a 5.63 ERA. So he's the one that's shut on. And he's a free. It says this $8 million. We're paying him $8 million this year and next year. We have Jose Leclerc, I think. He's 30 for 33 on saves, 1 hold, 3.34 ERA. So kind of high. Nick Goody, well, he's been atrocious. He's 3 for 9 on saves, 9 holds, but he's a 5.19 ERA. Career ERA is 3.9, so just not that bad. Our closer's career ERA is 3.20, so not bad. He's been on the team since 2016. I mean, we're not that bad. Our bullpen, our rotation's really done, especially Lance Lynn being 14-0 through 21. So it's 14 wins, no losses, no saves, no blown saves, no holds. He doesn't have a loss. He was on in 2018. Yes, he was on the Twins. Then they traded him. He's 32 years old, and he's a free agent in 2022. We're paying him $10 million this year and next year. But the real person I'm worried about is Chu. Because, I mean, I think McCutchen were kind of 15.4 and 17.9 the next year. But, I mean, Chu, 64 overall. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to re-sign him. Obviously, once we're done with this season, I'll continue this series in franchise. So, the title will still be March to October, but it'll be March to October continuing in franchise like the Minnesota Twins are right now. But obviously I have to finish the calendar year in this game because you can't pour over March to October's to the next game. You can't pour in everything else besides Diamond Dynasty and March to October, and I just postseason. But yeah, McCutchen performed well for season-long player boost, but he's not one of our starting 4 lineups. I think he actually might be in one. The one that I showed you was right-handed. And then right-handed pitcher and DH. No DH, no. Yeah, he's a DH against a lefty. Because I think our DH against righties is Calhoun's who's a lefty, and then McCutchen's our DH against a lefty because McCutchen's right-handed and Calhoun's our DH. Calhoun's our DH against righties because he's a lefty, but McCutchen, because he's a righty, is our DH against lefty, so that's why he must be playing a lefty. And then you can see, look, against lefties, Guzman's been, 7th against righties, and then I guess 9th versus lefties. No DH, Guzman's been 6th because that's the pitcher, and then left-handed pitcher, no DH, he's batting 2nd. But yeah, and I think Andrews is our, for all 4 lines, is our leadoff man. Yeah, let's get into it. McCutchen batting 302, 15 home runs, 48 RBIs. So we're facing a lefty, and no, we're not. We're facing Justin Verlander. And it's 11-6 with a 3.30 ERA. Gibson's 11-4 with a 3.29 ERA. And you can't change screens. Yeah, let's get into it. Let's watch a presentation. Mr. Sturgeon.
Well, in case you missed the memo, Andrew McCutchen is about to make his debut in his brand new uniform.
Rangers debut for McCutchen.
He was just traded for in the hopes of bolstering this lineup heading into the back stretch of this season. So we'll see what he can do for this club.
OPS 903.
Conditions like this when it become something a contender almost has to consider, or else they run the risk of falling behind other clubs without making any upgrades, Zero. Kind of the way the league runs these days.
It's true, Dan. I'm sure they're eager to see what he might add to their lineup. Let's see if he can get off on the right foot in his new environment.
So next to swing the bat will be Carlos Correa.
1-0 Astros already. No runners on, 2 outs. 0-1 count to Correa. So that must have been a home run. Correa's our cleanup man. So that road to the show. McCutchen squeezes it in and over.
Put it away to retire the side. So they pick up a run on the solo home run.
Yeah, I assume it was a solo home run because it as a cleanup man.
Digging in.
Really down. It looks like that what they did is they took out, who's their left fielder? Looks like they took out Joey Gallo. George Brenner's on their, and Altuve and Reddit's on their bench. Well, Reddit's been at 177. So they have Alvarez at DH, Brantley, Steph Straw in center, and then then they have Alemnis Diaz at center base. And and obviously Chirinos is playing his former team. On the center bench, we have Chu, Gallo, Frazier, Chirinos, and Mancini's out too. They put Solak in right. So I didn't do that. Same thing for taking out Gallo and putting McCutchen in.
Clearly providing a lot of thump at the plate right now.
And that was a horrendous swing. Well, they still have Bregman and Gurriel, and they do have also Sprinter. They're not playing. They're playing Straw and Diaz instead of Sprinter and Altuve. So it's 5-1 Astros. That's not good. I think that's pretty well. 1,012 runs scored in his career. That's not how many seasons. I just didn't see it though. They found that slide. I can't really see the ball for some reason. It's not really a bad bat shot or something. That felt good. That sounded good. That ball is gone. A home run. McCutchen. 4-10. And I didn't look at it. I promise you. I know I said it after it popped up. I didn't look at the distance until after I said 410. Trust me on that. 4 feet off. I said 410. It was 414. 4 feet off. It's a 5-2 game. But I killed that. That felt good. I'm not actually swinging the bat, but that felt good and sounded good. Trust me, I promise you, I didn't look at the distance until after I said 410. But either way, I didn't guess it. So now it says 413, but I don't know what the first distance it said. Into the first second row. 5-3 now, so that home run sparked our team. I mean, look at that. It was a fastball, like right, low fastball. Oh, that felt good. That was a Hayden pitch, and it falls in front of Straw. Number point. Team leaders for hits. Calhoun's up first place with 122. Then Andrews, then McCutchen, Santana, Mancini, Chirinos, and then Gallo. Remember, July 23rd, 2020. And I'll show you the standings after this game, by the way. Come on, Calhoun. I think the only times I'm playing the field is if I switch the lineup, which really the computer will have to do that, or I just have to do it in the main menu, or if there's no DH. He's a DH. 5-3. I'm leading off the 9th inning. Let's say I'm facing Roberto Ozuna. I assume the Astros closer. Be sitting in the 9th inning. Here we go. Man. Well, I mean, that was not. I mean, what? I went 2 for 4 with a single home run scored, and obviously an RBI. That's how we lose.
Today they had the chance to see how their trade for him might pan
Solid 2-hit game, 2 pluses, and a lost game, small ones, and lost 1 snowflake. But for the solid 2-hit game, we got 2 pluses. We just lost 5-3. I was the top hitter for the Rangers, and the top hitter for the Astros is Michael Brantley, who looks like he had a home run as well. Same line score, just that he only had 3 at-bats. The exact same line score. 2 hits, but just that he had 3 at-bats, and I only had 4. So, I mean, we got 2 hits, including a home run. 2 for 4 with a home run, a single, an RBI, and a run scored. Player boost, 2 pluses, but for the team momentum, well, it's still a fire, just a really small fireball. At least it's not a snowflake yet. Adjust your trade management settings if this deal changes your future strategy. Okay, well, obviously in this game, the trade deadline's at July 31st, so it's about a week away. I mean, the only place we're struggling, I would say left field first. I mean, I would say the only place we're struggling is first base and third base, the core infield, especially third. Well, we have a third baseman on the players to target. I'm targeting, you can see I'm targeting right fielder, which I don't, maybe I should take that back. I'm targeting, pardon me, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Trevor May, Mitch Haniger, and Byron Buxton. Byron Buxton, he's speedy. But what else center field? That's 14th, but I don't think... third base would be great. Vlad would be great. But May would be great too. I think I'm going to take out Mitch Haniger though. I just gotta find the Mariners. I'll take out Mitch Haniger. I'll leave Buxton, May, and... Now, we need a third baseman. So maybe if... Let's go to third base. No, first base. Well, I don't want Gurriel. Freeman. Yeah, Yonder Alonso. He's in triple. Oh, he's a D. I mean, he's 30. Aguilar maybe. Zimmerman. Pete Alonso. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Reese Hoskins. Maybe him. Because I mean, he has 20 home runs. He's batting at 235, which is kind of low. I'm gonna go with Reese Hoskins. Well, I'll look for someone else. Rizzo. Joey Votto's old. Josh Bell would be great. But I don't know if that's ever going to happen. That's the thing. That's just absurd. Yeah, I'm going to leave it. So it's still Vlad, still May, Buxton, and then I took out Haniger for Hoskins. So looks like that should be fine. July 24, 2020. So it's a week until the trade deadline. I'm good on that. I wanted to switch it. I can. So looks like okay. Whoa. So we have like a mini 2-game losing streak. Oh. So we have George Springer, Starlin Marte, or and Simmons. I don't know. Everyone's 30 plus. I have to do it. I don't want to do it. Willie Calhoun. This is actually not that much. But that's a shortstop. I don't really want and I have to give up J. Martinez and A potential, and then also Isaiah Tanner-Falefa, which is in AAA. And then Simmons would be great, but I mean, we already have Andrews. Really, we need help. I'm not really interested because they're not really a right fielder. I really want infield right now. Our outfield's stacked already. I kind of want infield, so I'm not really interested at this time. Trade deadline's over. Not over, but it's past the trade deadline. So it's like for Odor, perform well for season-long player boost for Odor now. Been at 265, 15 home runs, 58 RBIs. So let's look at the standings. Trade manager house at the lot, but the trade line already happened. So Andrews 20 home runs. We have Duffy's. Duffy's the problem. Frazier. Well, he's actually a third baseman, and it's actually higher than Duffy's. So I'm not. Frazier's playing into lefties. So it looks like, I'm not sure, but we're done with the door. And also the standings. Yeah, there it is. We're up 16.5 games on the Ace, who we're about to play. So I think we're good. We won. We're 82-29, and we're also ranked 18th. The only things we're not. Condit's 21st. Power's 5th. Pitching's 14th, which is pretty good, but speed's 28th. Our defense is 28th. Speed is 27th, and so that's not that good. Let's look at the rest of the standings. Let's say the Indians lead the East. They're 72-38, up 8.5 games on the Red Sox. Twins, well, I'd see that. They're first place in the Central, won 3 straight ends, and they're 9-1 in their last 10 games. We're 82-29, best record in the AL, and I assume the whole MLB. Up 16.5 games up on the A's. Wild card, A's, Indians. The Red Sox game back, and then Astros 10.5 games back. So Astros aren't doing that well. That's good because they're cheaters. But if you look, they're ranked 3rd, but they're 2 games below 500. National lead the East. Well, actually tied with the Mets for first, although they don't have the same record. I'm not sure why they're tied. Cubs lead the Central by 3 games over the Reds, and then the Dodgers lead tied with the Padres for first place in the West. So we have the best record in the American League, and the whole MLB. We lead the Yankees by, let's say, I think like 10 games for that best record. yeah, let's do this game. So we're facing a righty, so it's in Oakland. Lance Lynn is 14-0 with a 4 ERA, 4.03 ERA, and Frank Montes is 4-9 with an 8.56 ERA. We should win this game because this guy's 4-9 with an over 8.5 ERA. Let's watch a presentation of Excursion.
Well, in case you didn't already know or needed a reminder, Rougned Odor is a pretty important player for this club.
He
Yeah,
is.
you know, that's an understatement, Matt. He brings so much talent to the table, and his success is absolutely essential to this team.
If this team gets to where they want to go, he's going to have a lot to do with it. It's hard to imagine it any other way.
There we go. 1-0 Rangers already. I like to see that. Been in 9th. That's how I did that, but I didn't realize that. Right. Let's throw this show. And the shift on, usually I'm not used to that for any of my other show characters. For my other show characters, none of them have. There's the standings. 16 bins back.
I think they can pretty much start to think about next year because they are well back in the division race.
Well, just because they're way back in the division race doesn't mean the season's over, Matt. Or just because you're probably out of or most likely out of the division race doesn't mean that the season's over. Usually it does, but in this case it doesn't. They're in a wild card spot right now, so they're not thinking about next season yet. Like the third, basically I would say the last place team was 48. I saw 48 and had games back. Those guys have to think about next season. Here we go, 2-on, nobody out, playing center base like Henry Dowling was before he would move the center field permanent or before he would move the center field and then Henry Dowling was I traded him as a center baseman, but then they moved him to center field for a few days but then it became permanent after that. Well, sometimes that happens. Sometimes they move you back, or they say center field or whatever position they move you to is a great fit. Like he was actually a third baseman, but then they moved him left field and they said that was a good fit. Henry Dowling is a center baseman, moved him to center field and they said that was a good fit. After the fact, obviously, after they moved me. So they did not score. Runner at first, nobody out. 0 for 1 on the day, and sent it bat in the 5th inning. Still 1-0 Rangers. Double play depth, so they don't have the shift on. I was like, 5 or 13 with 2 doubles against this guy. That was a smoke, but that's a double play. He didn't really run it. I mean, one was a ground ball. That was hit on the button. Runner sent it 2 outs. Top 7, 1-1 game. Energy of his pitchers in the red. He's only thrown 81 pitches, but for a guy, he's probably the number 5 starter or something. Now he's 5 for 14, because obviously he sat out. Because he was 5 for 12, now he's 5 for 14. He's 0 for 2 in the game. 0-2 count. Chirinos at center base. He only has 17 speed, so anyone like probably in the dabber down the line. Get down! Get down! Let's go! Woo! Chirinos will score! Odor with an RBI double, and the Rangers hit a 2-1 lead. 20th double of the year for Odor. I thought that was gonna possibly caught. Now Petta is in the game. I thought that was originally going to be caught by who's the right fielder. I thought that was going to be caught by Piscotty, but wasn't. I'll tell you this is, I mean, they have Austin Allen, Tony Kemp, Chris Davis, DH. He's always a DH. Well, they have actually Shoot playing left field instead of Dallow. And also they have Todd Frazier at first base, although he's not a lefty, but I did put him in there at some playing time. And then McCutcheon playing right field instead of Mancini, and then they have Duffy, which is usually at third, and then batting 331, and then batting 331, and Andrews batting 300. I mean, our batting average is pretty. I mean, everyone's batting great for both teams, really, and even their bench. I mean, I don't really see anyone. The only person I see that isn't batting that good is, I would say, Chad Penner's batting 222, but everyone else, I don't really see anyone. Well, Tony Kent's batting 233, but I don't see anyone under 200, which is pretty good on the starting lineup for both teams and the bench for both teams. And that is what a stop by Chapman! And the inning's over. But
They call it the hot corner for a reason, and this is a
good play, but Odor with the RBI double has given the Rangers a 2-1 lead. They win?
We talked about him earlier, so let's recap. Odor had a fairly
Ah, we lost. So we got 1+ for the one hit, and then lost James Small and lost. That might be now. Man, we got 4 in the 8th inning, and I didn't count it in, and Nit Doody is 3. Nit Doody got the loss, and then Petty got the win. So we got that, but now the momentum might be yeah, now it's a snowflake. So we got that's not good, 'cause that influences the. I mean, we're not that. I thought, well, unless you actually were winning pretty good. I thought we would be losing. Well, we did lose some games, but we didn't lose that many. Finished on for morale boost and win, so it looks like we're doing the 6th inning. This is the one that's actually done at lawn. So do I end the episode here? I don't know. So right now we're still 18 innings up. We're projected to have 107 wins. We have 86 right now. So I mean, our magic number is 27 and clinched the division. I mean, if the Mariners they're 36 and 80. I mean, they basically almost have the opposite record of us. I mean, look at the A's. Is anyone else near us? Not really. I mean, we're the only team in baseball that have 80+ wins, and if we can win this game, actually I thought we had 89 wins. We're 4 wins away from 90. We're projected to have 107 wins. So runners at corners, 1 out, top 6. We're the home team against the Tigers. 1-1 game. Tigers have top 6. Runners at the corners, 1 out. Do I do this? Because really we're going to play 4 innings. I don't know. It feels like this video is done in lawn, maybe. They just started a clip. I think. I don't know. Well, we're gonna hop in because it's what 25 minutes in the video, and I have to do anything. I do have to walk my dog in 10 minutes. So I'm probably gonna continue filming. I might have to stop and then walk my dog. That's probably what I have to do. Dog's staring at me right now. But yeah, let's hop into the game. Runners at corners, 1 out. Top 6, 1-1 game. Tigers at Rangers. Dipson on the mound. CJ Cron's at the plate. So former teammates with the Twins. Now they're on Dipson on the Rangers and Cron's on the Tigers. Which Cron had that injury, knee injury, in like August, and he was out for the rest of the year. Here we go. Cron's a double play tenant.
So we've got runners at the corners here, 1 away, and that'll bring up
Here we go.
first baseman CJ Cron.
I think that's like runner at first is 0 speed. 0. 291 average first on the Tigers. So no one on the Tigers has a 300 average over 300. This one that was foul because I kind of didn't see it for a second. Here we go. Dipson has 5 pitches. 0-2 down the Cron. Woo!
That's a great take right there. You knew the pitcher was going to try.
That was like an inch out.
And he was able to spit on that one.
That was like an inch.
Something in the heart of the plate, this pitch.
Here's another 1-2. 1 run, 5 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for the Tigers. And he's
Strike 3 call on the inside corner. 2 down.
somewhere to give him the lead, but instead
10th strikeout for Dipson. 5 2/3.
the box.
10.
Romine.
Here's Austin Romine.
Ballgame so far. Fouled off.
I'm on rookie. Last year we were on rookie. This year I'm beginner. Remember?
You know, Matty, I know his career batting average jumps off of the page.
0-2 count.
Help the roster in a lot of different ways. He brings value to the manager.
Oh wait, 0-2 count. Oh, he almost went. I was almost in the zone. He didn't go, and I wasn't in the zone. Here we go. 0-2 down to Romine. Swing and miss, strike 3. 11 strikeouts for Dipson, and the Tigers straight up pair of runners. Middle of 6 scores, 1-1. I'm not the play-by-play answer, by the way. Play-by-play sports name, by the way. I'm not. No. Here we go. Here's Willie Calhoun. And then Jordan Zimmerman, which in real life he's on. And then the Tigers, yeah. I thought we scored in the first inning. I'm not sure how. This guy's 1 for 8 with a strikeout against Calhoun's 1 for 8 with a strikeout against Zimmerman. That was killed, but right at I think Reyes. Oh, it's killed though. Here's Nit Solak. Center fielder. He can't even play center. Yeah. Hit 10 even? I think he has hit 10, I guess. Yeah, that was Reyes and Ray. Let's they have Santana, and then they have Todd Frazier at first base, but I think at first base. But he can't play first base. There we go. Oh! Barehanded. Good job. This will be the last moment of the episode, regardless if we win or lose. I'll probably continue after I'm done filming it. Here's Todd Frazier. That was chill, but right to the third baseman. 1-1 after 6. And Dixon's on the down. I'll keep him going. Yeah, there's no reason to need it. 986 career strikeouts for Dixon. Percent I thought that's a 996, but 986.
Grounded softly down the line toward first, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2.
Well, I'm just checking the scoreboard of the Texas and Oklahoma. Well, Oklahoma won 53-45 in 4 overtimes. So I'm just gonna check this. And if you're, oh my goodness, so it looks like a touchdown, a touchdown, a touchdown. And then I think then both teams scored touchdowns in the first 2 overtimes, and I read this is 5 overtimes. Well, it says 5 in one spot, and then 3 in. So it says 5 lure I have on ESPN, but it says 4 on ESPN. I think that's a mistake. I think it was 4 overtimes. I think both teams scored touchdowns in the first 2 overtimes. Both teams missed field goals in the 3rd overtime, and then well, I think what happened is that Oklahoma had scored a touchdown, and then Texas didn't score a touchdown. I'm not sure, but all I know is that they won. I think 4 in overtime and 4 overtimes. It said that. But yeah, let's get back into the game. Oh! Where did that miss? Where did that miss? That was in the zone. I don't know how that's not a strike. Well, swing and miss strike 3. Now I throw to first because the ball's in the third. Would have been a strikeout anyways. 1,000 strikeouts now. Top viewer follow. The home run earlier. 900. It says 986 still, but it's 987 now. It is that one. Here we go. He put the ball in play about 2 feet in front of the plate. 2 down. There's number 8 batter. I thought that was a number 7 batter, not the number 9 batter. I don't know how that missed. This guy's 4 for 9 with a home run against Gibson. I still don't know how that missed. That hit the outside corner. That would have been a home run if it was fair. Well, that would have been hit at least a long way. I think it probably would have been gone if it was fair. That's a strike. Oh, that's actually outside. I meant to say outside. Here we go. 9-10 pitch for Gibson. 3-1. And they do have 2 guys warming up. What do they have? Jesse Chavez, and he's running away at both of them. Because I think Gibson's done after this inning, or if he does a base runner after. So I swung at ball 4. So I'd come out after this inning, or if he does have a base runner here. Here we go, 3-2 count. Strike 3, calling it and over. 1-1 after 6.5. Oh, it might not have to send in. The video won't end, I'll send this clip. So might end. Just Mathis instead of Chirinos. I didn't have to have playing time and stuff. Man. Scooter? Where's Stokes? There's Odor. I mean, well, he has one home run since last played with him. I decided to RBI double in the day that we did have 4 runs in the 8th to lose it and stuff. A's. I'm hitting them well. Remember, it's on rookie, or not rookie, on beginner. Andrews, 80th pitch on Zimmer, and 2 for 3 with 2 singles. Andrews, not the pitcher. That should be a 3rd single. It is! So I don't on base for the Rangers in the bottom of 7th. So do we have any, like, faster speed or something on the bench? I'll check. I don't know if there's anyone faster though than 43 speed. I don't know. McCutchen's actually pretty fast. I didn't realize. Do we have a backup shortstop? I just met Dubby to play shortstop. All I have to do is that. Well, Dan Santana plays the infield, I guess. I think he can play every position besides pitcher and catcher. Santana. So I didn't put Santana at short, or I just had to put someone else at short. I'm not sure, but I think I'm gonna. Well, Cutchen has more speed, but Andrews has more steal. And also, I don't really want to take out McCutchen out of the game. So maybe I put Nit Solak. Maybe Nit Solak play short. No, I do my 2nd and 3rd and the out. I don't want to take out McCutchen though. Like if I put him in the game, I don't know where to. Did I take out Calhoun? But Calhoun didn't play short. I'm not sure. I'll figure it out though. But McCutchen will pinch run for Andrews at first. A little more speed because if I didn't want in the down, come on Duffy. I just fouled up. I'm gonna do a hit and run here. It's an 0-1 count. Not really an ideal hit and run pitch. But I just want to hit and run here. Ah, caught. So McCutchen will not be playing shortstop because he can't play shortstop. But I know. First off, Brennan. Let's put in a new pitcher. Let's bring in Garcia. Woo! 1 for 5 with straight downs this time. I should have stepped off, but I don't know. It's not a strike. So McCutchen can't play shortstop, but who else? Duffy can, but then Duffy can, but I don't want to take out McCutchen out of the game. So how can I get McCutchen? Dallo can play 3rd. So I'm trying to figure this out here. I think I have to let my dog know, but I just want to tell you. So I think I'm gonna switch them. So now McCutchen's playing 3rd, Duffy's playing shortstop, and I think then I'm gonna switch. I think then I'm gonna switch McCutchen and Dallo. So now, Duffy's playing shortstop, McCutchen's playing left field, and Dallo's playing 3rd. But McCutchen's batting 1st, Duffy's batting 2nd, and Dallo's batting 4th. So the order in the batting where they are in the lineup does not change. It's that Dallo went from I just left to 3rd. McCutchen went from short to 3rd, 3rd to left. But really, McCutchen's in left, batting 1st. Duffy's at short, batting 2nd, and Dallo's at 3rd, batting 4th. So, yeah, it's an 0-1 count because I threw that first pitch. As Taliano's who's up 1 for 2, a single and a strikeout. So I don't know what my dog now because I want her at 4 and it's 4:03 right now. So yeah, video will end, and the video will end. The day will resume right about now. So I'm back. I just want my dog. It's about 20 minutes later, but for you guys, this clip started once the last clip ended. And yeah, so it's top 8. The leadoff man's on. The Carolino. The leadoff man. It's top of the 8th. No runners on. Top of the 8th. No men on. No men out. 1 out count. The leadoff man for the Tigers. in there. Remember that difficulty is beginner. And it's 35,317 for, despite that many fans for a team that has 86 wins. It's a 3-1 hitter's count. Oh, and I hope I don't get hurt. That is Frazier is like 35 plus. Swing and miss, strike 3-1 down. Not sportsmanlike to throw a bat like that. Now, first pitch. Strike down the series. With the splitter. So I'm gonna strike 2 and a ball that was low and a bit outside. That's hit well. That's into the gap. Going back is the right fielder. Like it, it's out test by Mancini. In right center field, 2 downs. Yeah, McCutchen's in left. Downs at third, and Duffy's at short. And then obviously Santana's in center, Mancini in right, Frazier at first, Adore at center, Andrews at third, and it's actually Jeff Mathis on the plate.
He's set and the pitch. A ball and no strikes.
Oh.
Maybe a little frustrated on the mound here as the fastball misses for ball 2 now.
Swing and miss, strike 1. I'm gonna say strike 2. I'm sure this should be strike 2, and it is foul ball. 2-2. 2 and was it 2 and 0? Now it's 2 and 2. That would have been probably. It would have been. It probably was gonna be Dawn if it was fair, or be really close to the fence. Strike 3, Callahan over. 1-1 after 7.5. There's Mancini. 3-4-5 up for the Rangers in the bottom of the 8th. 2 for 3 in the game. That's into the deck. That was a hand and slider. And that ball will 2 off the wall. Just in front of the Tigers bullpen. Just to the left of the Tigers bullpen. 31st double of the year for Mancini. And it represents a go-ahead run. Here comes Don who's in real life retired. And this role still manager. Here's Mancini. 43 speed, 0 steal at center base. Here's Dallow playing third base now, but he's still batting 4th in the lineup. That's a liner off the glove of the shortstop. Oh, now I had the runners backed up. Dallow's out at center base, but the runner not the third base, so it's on a single for Dallow off the Single, and then out of Vanson. Intentional walk by so Calhoun's gonna do intentional walk. He's 0 for 3 in the game. Runs that corners, 1 out. Double plays in order. So double, single, runner at the third base, and then the batter out at center base. Vance on the throw. I just cared about the runner in the third base. So I'm gonna try to someone faster at center base. And Danny Santana, I don't know, pinch hit Santana for Calhoun at first base. Or Nit Solak at the plate. That's gonna get it done! That will fall in front of the center fielder! It's an RBI center by Nit Solak, and the Rangers take a 2-1 lead. Here's Todd Frazier. I wanted the closer warming up. I'll sit down this other time. Here's Todd Frazier. That's a line drive. I'll get over his head. No. I did not want to tie it up. Well, I would have been safe. 2 on, 2 out. There's Jeff Mathis. I do not want him up. I'll let him back. I mean, if he had a hit, I probably was going to take him out, but he doesn't have a hit yet. Here we go. And he still doesn't have a hit. 6-3 ground out. Hit by Cronin and over. 2-1 Rangers at their head to the top of the 9th. Our closer due up. Well, 3-4-5 due up for the Tigers in the top of the 9th. Cabrera, Cronin, and Romine. So Cabrera's at DH, Cron's at first base, or the first baseman, and then Romine been at play. Romine been 5th. Oh. Yeah, let's bring our closer. There's 32 or 37 on saves. I haven't faced Cabrera yet this game. Swing this. How is Cabrera doing this year? 288 average, 14 home runs, 61 RBIs. Not bad. Sindel, strikeout, Sindel on the game. That was when it was simulated, though. That's a pop-up foul. Swing and miss, strike 3, 1 down here in the 9th. Third strike down the for Cabrera has a hat trick now. Here's Crone. Outside. There's a 4-seam fastball, slider, changeup, and a 2-seam fastball for Leclerc, or whatever his name is. Fly ball coming. Going to his right is McCutchen, and he squeezes it 2 down. Yeah, McCutchen was going to his right, squeezes it 2 down. Here's Austin Romine, 0-for-3 with a straight down last at bat, which I showed him out at the end of the 6th inning. I don't know how that missed the zone. That was 97 mile per hour 4-seam fastball. 1-0 count, 2-0 count. Now, the ball. The first pitch was borderline. That second pitch was a ball. 2-1. Still with the slider right there. This should be Hayden though. I don't know, it's low, so it's now a 3-1 hitters count with someone up on that. 3-2 count. Who's on that? Christian Stewart, the left fielder. Here we go. Until the slider right there. Swing and miss, strike 3. He swung that ball 4. The game is over, and the Rangers win 2-1 over the Tigers here at Globe Life Field in Arlington, Texas. The finish draw on 2 fireballs. Leclerc 4-1. Zimmerman 7-12. Leclerc 33rd save of the 33rd save. And Cini, well, obviously they don't have RBI, and then Jones had the home run in the 5th inning. So we scored 1 in the 8th, or 1 in the 1st and 1 in the 8th, and then the Tigers scored 1 in the 5th. Success. And the snowflake goes away, and we have a small fireball. Team momentum influences your team performance, and days and ends are skipped, or really simmed. So see, just use a fireball. Now it's obviously lower. So we won 1. I'm not sure, but now we're on a 2-game losing streak. Last game of don't let shut-on team sweep you. Yes. So let's say what's happening now. We're at so we just played the Tigers. Now we're playing the Tigers in Detroit, and shut-on team. We're up 3-2, bottom 7, runner at first 2 outs. They're the home teams in Detroit. So now we're projected to have 106 wins. We lost 2 straight, so now we're 88-35. So in that span, I think it simmed 4 games. I think we lost 1, lost, but so yeah, we're still 17 and a half games up. Our measured number of Clemson division is 22, and then you didn't see the Angels. Well, they're dead. And looks like the Red Sox half a game up on the A's. Nationals and half up on the Mets. Reds and Cubs tied for first place in the Central, and the Reds have won 5 straight. Cubs have won 3 straight. Cardinals have won 4 straight. And Dodgers lead the West. That's 5.5 over the Rockies. Padres kind of sank. And then Mets and Braves are the 2 wild cards, but the Reds and the Cubs are both having a bad. Yankees lead the East. And we still have the best record in American League and the whole MLB. And then the Twins lead 3 games up on the Indians. Twins and the Indians have the same amount of wins, but the Twins have 3 more losses. So I mean, we're still the best record in the American League and the We have the best record in the American League and all of baseball. So I'm about to play this this game where it says this moment right after I'm done ending this video, which I'm about to. This clip's about to end anyways, on 2 minutes. And then I'll have to start ending this video, and then at some point then I do my guitar. I do play the guitar, by the way. And then it's 4:32. I have an IRL hockey game later, and then I have to have dinner before the IRL hockey. So it's probably like guitar, eat, guitar. Well, usually I do 15 minutes of guitar. I do 30, 15 minutes of guitar, eat, 15 minutes, and then IRL hockey game. Or I might do all 30 and then eat. I'm not sure, but yeah. Now, I'm not sure when this episode's gonna be. It's mid-August right now, so there'll be at least one more episode before the regular season ends. And we haven't clinched the playoff spot yet, but it's probably like a 90% chance of clinching the playoffs. Right now, projected wins 106. If we did 106, we're division champs. If we did 91, we would be a wild card team. Next time we're closing the board. If that's episode, the like button. Subscribe if you have any. Our mom, dad, grandpa, aunts, uncles, pets, and friends about these videos. You know, I'm going to see you in episode number 6 of this Texas Rangers March to October series. See you in episode number 6. And eat a lot of bacon and go Rangers.